Did you know that one African king, once a powerful ruler, was humiliated and dethroned by the British Empire? This is not just a story of conquest, it's a tale of betrayal, bloodshed, and the fall of one of Africa's most powerful dynasties. Today, we journey into the heart of Benin, modern-day southern Nigeria, to tell the story of Oba Ovonramwen, the last great king of the Benin Empire. In 1888, Oba Ovonramwen Nogbaisi ascended the throne. His palace brimmed with wealth, ivory, palm oil, rubber, coral beads, and artworks that dazzled visitors. The kingdom was largely independent of British control, and pressure continued from administrative figures, who were pushing for British annexation of the Benin Empire and the removal of Oba Ovonramwen. When British merchants demanded open trade, Ovonramwen refused. He enforced strict control over Benin's markets. To the British, this was defiance. To Ovonramwen, it was survival. In January 1897, a British delegation led by acting consul James Phillips marched toward Benin with the stated aim of negotiating with the Oba of Benin, ignoring warnings to delay their visit. They claimed it was peaceful, but they carried weapons. When they entered Benin territory, Benin warriors ambushed them. Almost the entire delegation was wiped out. Just weeks later, the British launched what they called a punitive expedition. Over 1,200 soldiers, armed with Maxim guns and heavy artillery, descended on Benin. The city, defended with arrows, spears, and muskets, was no match for modern firepower. Houses were set ablaze, families fled. Sacred shrines were desecrated. And then came the looting. Thousands of priceless Benin Bronzes, artworks that carried the history and spirituality of the kingdom, were stolen. Oba Ovonramwen fled into the forests, hunted by British troops and betrayed by some of his own people. After months of hiding, Ovonramwen surrendered. The scene of his capture was a far cry from the splendor of his former court. The mighty king who once ruled a vast empire was forced to kneel before the British conquerors. Stripped of his power, he was humiliated, paraded before the colonial officers who mocked his downfall. The Oba was exiled to Calabar, far from his throne. There in 1914, he died, broken, forgotten, and far away from the land he once ruled. The stolen Benin Bronzes, scattered across museums worldwide, became silent witnesses to the kingdom's former glory and the injustices of colonial conquest. But Ovonramwen's legacy remains, once a mighty king who fought to preserve his kingdom's heritage, wealth, and prestige. Subscribe to Unheard Africa for more stories.